Bake Bihari Enterprises is a fake company that managed to loot over rupees 1.45 crore of goods and services tax or GST within a span of just 6 months. And to commit a fraud at this scale, all the company's owner had to do was to get a GST registration number online, which he managed in just 72 hours without any Sarkari verification. The company, its fraud, its loot was noticed by the GST authorities only after it cancelled its GST registration and disappeared, meaning too late. When GST officers investigated the scam, this is what they found. Bake Bihari Enterprises looted lakhs of rupees using fake invoices. The first evidence of this GST fraud came from the firm's financial transactions. The company claimed to have sold goods worth over rupees 9.6 crore in its GST returns or GSTR, much more than the value of goods it purchased, which was only rupees 2.6 lakh. But this is just not possible. The second evidence was that Bake Bihari Enterprises had no office. When GST officers visited the company's registered office address in Kundli in Haryana, there was no office there. The third evidence was that Bake Bihari Enterprises never purchased or sold goods to any company. What it did sell was fake invoices to multiple companies. And what's important, today in India, there isn't just one firm like Bake Bihari Enterprises, but in fact, thousands of such fake firms. Between July 2017 and January 2020, the central government alone has lost over 35,000 crore due to GST tax evasion. So let's find out how the fake GST invoicing racket operates. And that too right under the nose of GST authorities. In its GST return filed to the authorities, Bake Bihari Enterprises mentioned selling electronic goods to a firm B located in Kundli, worth over rupees 2.23 crore, and also mentioned a sum total tax of over rupees 34 lakh paid to the government for selling goods to firm B. Since there is no actual movement of goods between Bake Bihari and firm B, its claim of paying tax to the government is also bogus. And yet, though Bake Bihari has not paid a single rupee as GST to the government, firm B gets the benefit of input tax credit of over rupees 34 lakh. How? Just by showing the fake invoices in its GST return. In just one fake transaction, the government lost over rupees 34 lakh of GST collection, which can only be recovered after a long-drawn legal process, if at all. Bake Bihari Enterprises made 11 such transactions with different firms, resulting in over rupees 1.45 crore of tax evasion. Now let's come to how these fake firms are set up. According to a GST officer, generally a single person, whom we can call the mastermind, establishes multiple fake firms. What mastermind does is gets hold of person A, often someone in need of money. Mastermind pays person A rupees 15 to 20,000 a month and uses person A's PAN number and bank account details to get a GST registration number. The scam lasts 6 months to a year, and these masterminds never use their personal details while creating and operating these fake firms. What are the major loopholes in GST system that this scam exploits? First, almost no physical verification. A GST registration number is automatically issued within 3 working days after details like PAN number, bank account number, company's office address, etc. are uploaded online by the applicant. But as we just saw, these details can be bought to create fake firms. Yet, GST officials confirmed to the Quint that physical verification of details filed by applicants almost never happens. Second, the PAN numbers of known fake firms are not blacklisted. For instance, the PAN number used by Bake Bihari Enterprises was not blacklisted or blocked. So the owner of that PAN number remains free to create another fake firm and evade more GST. Third, GST officers also told us that in this whole racket of fake invoices, the masterminds of fake firms normally escape. It's the dummy person whose PAN numbers and bank details were misused who gets caught. Fourth, and most importantly, GST authorities do not conduct back-end verification of tax credits. Before releasing tax credits to any company, GST authorities should check back in the transaction chain whether the company has actually paid the GST. But this is not happening. On 2nd March 2020, the Minister of State for Finance Anurag Thakur said in the Lok Sabha that central GST authorities detected GST evasion of over 70,000 crore between 1st July 2017, the day GST was launched, and January 2020. Of this, just over rupees 34,000 crore were recovered. That is a loss of over 35,000 crore in 2.5 years. But please note, this figure does not include GST evasion across India's states. That figure also runs into thousands of crores according to a senior officer in the GST Intelligence Department. The question is government working on fixing these glaring loopholes in the GST system? If yes, then by when? If not, then be prepared for more firms like Bake Bihari Enterprises to scam and loot the government again and again.